Dear Sorted Food, join me at my downtown abbey for what I am calling a quiet little festive weekend. By quiet, I mean screams in the night, thunderclaps on cue, and a corpse in the library. Your role at this wickedness? Why, to feed us, of course. Get your knives out and then whip up a banquet so divine that even the deceased will regret leaving the table. In return, my eccentric friends and I shall stage a game of murder mystery. One of us will fall, one of us will lie, and one of us will be terribly overdressed for the occasion. But fear not, you won't be alone. I'm inviting your ever-faithful community to join us online, watching, sleuthing, and accusing as they try to uncover the villain. You never know, it could be one of you. Expect food battles, recipe relays, taste tests, predictable in-jokes, community shout-outs. But above all, expect an unforgettable weekend that will leave everyone dying for more. You bring the food, we'll supply the body. And together, we'll serve up the last bite.
Boys, lift the class, chef. Welcome to another Kitchen Gadgets. Today we have our chef Ebbers and home cook normal Mike reviewing some potentially genius kitchen gadgets. And at the end of the video, they're going to be putting these gadgets in order from best to worst. So strap in for some strong chefy opinions.
I've got no clue. What is it, for shaking something, for mixing something? Oh, there's liquid in there.
A couple of things I have in mind. It detaches for a reason. This needs to go somewhere, and that is used and then it flops in. Oh. And I reckon this, with the liquid inside it,
freezes.
Is a freezer gel. Is this that you can put it over a whiskey glass or similar and pour your liquid over and it instantly cools it into the glass?
It can be used for whiskey. It's sold for the or similar. Can you work out what that or similar could be?
Rum.
No. less similar.
What else would you want to instantly chill?
Okay. Is it to put over your espresso cup to chill down your coffee as it drips through?
These are espresso cooling balls. Espresso cooling balls use the concept of extract chilling to improve your coffee. Simply freeze the coffee chilling ball in the freezer for 2 to 4 hours, then place it with its stand on the espresso cup. Brew your coffee to flow down through it for instant chilling.
It's to take the chill off a hot espresso so it's ready to drink.
There are some summer months where we all want chillier balls, and these would...
Chilly, but like, what? That one didn't even
land.
Make
We'll probably
sense.
cut it out.
No, keep it in. Show the people.
Shall I cool your balls and make some coffee?
See? That's a better one.
I don't want to be here anymore. He's just put the box in the freezer because the box is cold.
For food hygiene reasons, perhaps don't put external packaging into a food safe environment.
I want to give you the full experience.
A ball for you, sir.
So it said this will reduce the bitterness and deliver a smoother and more balanced taste by rapidly chilling the espresso to maintain its original flavour.
So we're going to do an A/B test. We'll do one chilled, one straight out of the machine.
Straight out of the machine, it's coming out at 80 degrees, between 79 and 81 degrees.
So it's saying it can cool it down to between 27 and 38.
So a double espresso to 45. So it's taken 35 degrees off that just by dribbling over.
Is the ball still cold?
I would imagine so, because the gel inside is... So you could just pop your ball in.
Pop a ball in. It says it captures a large amount of volatile aromatic compounds, resulting in an enhanced tasting espresso.
In this machine, a double espresso spits out at about 80 degrees Celsius. Dribbling over our cold ball, we end up at about 45 degrees.
Okay.
And just out of interest, is that now immediately drinkable? Like, so just having a sip?
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure if that's what it's trying to achieve, because the immediate drinking isn't coffee culture.
No.
Right?
No.
So this is about avoiding dilution if you want to have an iced coffee, and supposedly, according to the box, avoiding some of those beautiful aromas and aromats escaping while it's still warm.
The first bit of I can relate to, of cooling coffee down quickly and making a nice coffee, that's what I think I would get this for. The latter, I don't know if we can pick it up from the beans that we have, this machine in our setup. But let's try.
The other controllers, obviously, we're drinking one at room temperature and one at hot, which obviously affects all sorts of tasting notes. But
well, instantly, I would say that's tepid. Like, it's not even. It's just below warm. Actually, it's really
it's room
chilled.
temperature. It's about 28, 30, 29 degrees. But don't forget, we also put the ball in the cup of that one. So we did both.
So I reckon probably the pour-over method will take the edge off the heat for you if you want to grab it and drink it. Yeah, I can't taste any difference.
No, there isn't.
There's no difference there.
However, I can see lots of application for dilution. Not wanting to be a stuck record and going back to booze, but also if you're doing an espresso martini and you want that instant chill down to shake over ice, again, you're just getting that chill down cooler. And this, which has been dribbled over and submerged in, is still cold. You could use that several times because whatever is inside, the gel, keeps it cold.
Brilliant. Couple of cold balls, how much do we pay?
I'm going to say £20.
More coffee paraphernalia is always for the enthusiast. So I would say 30 quid.
£15.
15, right. I'd be very interested to see if any of you in the comments could make genuine use of these and give examples as to how. Yeah, that would interest me.
Well, now you've tried it, you know the price. Have a think about where you're going to rank it later on.
Oh, yeah.
But the question for now, are the espresso cooling balls cool beans or a bit depresso?
Cool beans.
Cool beans or a bit depresso?
I have to remove myself from the analogy in the scenario because I don't think I want it or need it. I quite like hot espresso. However, I think in the right circumstance, cool beans.
Let us know what you think, comment down below. But now, on to the next.
Oh, you don't get
and I don't get a guess.
Oh. Ready for the next?
Yeah.
Lift the cloche.
Can I lift this?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't allowed opinion. I feel like I'm a competition winner.
Go on.
The worst competition in the world. Oh no, it's a
cheese toasty machine or something off of the 90s. And don't get me wrong, I loved them. I loved it. After school, after school, a cheese toasty.
Cheese and ham toasty.
We go sweet, a little bit of peanut butter and banana.
Oh, that is a great shout.
They made our first cookbook.
So what do you think's inside?
What is it? Is it
what else could it be? Egg shaped.
Is it waffle? Oh, steamed eggs? No. Cylinders.
So what would you want to make? Is it for financiers or something like fancy and French?
No,
that you
I think
put a lovely batter in and they come out and then you drizzle them and dust them and almonds and you can make a beautiful
This is the least fancy thing
oh my goodness,
in the world.
It's not a sausage roll maker,
Michael!
Is it? No!
This is a sausage roll machine. Elevate your baking game with the sausage roll maker. This innovative kitchen gadget is designed to make delicious sausage rolls at home with ease. Featuring 4 convenient sausage roll slots. You can prepare multiple sausage rolls in one go. Perfect for family gatherings and parties.
I have a sausage roll theory that I know you'll both completely disagree with.
Right.
I don't think you can get a bad sausage roll. Because the worst sausage rolls, even when they're awful,
I know, they serve a purpose.
Are still good enough.
A good sausage roll should be golden, crisp, flaky, buttery, and then a well-seasoned sausage inside that's obviously cooked through, and you should be able to have it whole or be able to get a good slice out of it and be happy with a slice of a sausage roll as well.
Well, what's fantastic about this is not only do we have a professional
sausage
chef
roll connoisseur
with years of restaurant and industry experience, but for one of the first times ever,
somebody with a membership at Greggs
in this field.
Yes!
We are experts in this field as members of the UK.
Yeah.
Can you tell that we're excited to try this?
Let's have some sauce.
How does this work?
You're going to pop your pastry as one sheet on the bottom layer, then fill your sheets with sausage meat, then another sheet on top of it, and close.
Mr. Bean measurements going on here.
How would you, as a chef, make a sausage roll?
That is a cracking question.
Well, I have 2 issues with this.
Okay.
One,
it's not a sausage roll,
is
that
it? 50% of a sausage roll is the roll. And I think this is going to be a sausage tart or pasty. Secondly, your pitch was that it's convenient to make multiple.
Their pitch.
However, I think actually the beauty of this is you just put all your sausage, you roll, you cut, you move, you roll, you cut, you move. You can make more out of a sheet on a baking tray, which is equally cold and easy, and then through an oven. So I actually think you can make more easier and more conveniently by hand that are actually rolled rather than this.
Ooh, bigger blanket on top.
Lovely, yeah. And there's no egg washing, there's no nothing.
Well, in theory, there should be enough butter
in.
and fat in this. We should point out we're not using butter pastry. We're using the dairy-free option that a lot of the cheaper options now are, so hydrogenated oils.
I'm just washing my sausage fingers.
Great, I'll push go.
This can be used for other types of pies. Put yourself an apple filling in there, cherry, or some cheese. Many different pockets you could create.
Oh, look at them. That, I mean,
You are not
possible.
Well, only if you score it before closing this. So it is possible, but not with the instructions we've done. There is an interesting learning to be had here, which is the sausages they've used have had a lot of water in them, and the proteins have shrunk down a lot, and you've got this huge gap where the pastry on the inside is steamed, and the outside has gone nice and golden. But they've also definitely got dribblage here, which would suggest they egg wash theirs. Our final challenge and test will be how even the
Pastry's cooked.
bake is, and whether there's hot spots in our machine. But as your instructions are different.
Oh no. Mine's from the Amazon listing.
This says preheat until you get the green light, then start to construct inside the hot machine.
But the instructions on the listing
Said for something very different.
Who do you trust, the manufacturer or the end
Marketing.
retailer?
Yeah.
We've given it its allotted time and some. Should we have a look? The next question, because I'm very impressed with the non-stick nature up top, is whether the whole thing comes off as one massive sausage pocket.
Oh, it is non-stick though.
Yeah, that part is good.
You'd expect that.
Right, let's get a cross section as well. I think I might be about to eat my words.
Oh,
That is generously stuffed,
Thank you, that was my bit.
lovingly wrapped, with crisp, golden, crumbly on the edges pastry. It hasn't had time to puff up and get layers for sure because it's been clamped shut, but that's a sausage roll.
you've got quite a unique one there, haven't you? I've never seen sausage roll so circular.
I would say we could improve their own photography on the box because ours is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, theirs is misleading.
And we didn't even try. We almost set out
We bodged
to
the
ruin it.
instructions, to be perfectly honest.
You teed this up perfectly at the start. That is far from an excellent sausage roll, but it's perfectly good, dangerously convenient, except for the fact you now have a desktop appliance you have to put somewhere.
How much do you think we spent on the sausage roll maker?
30 quid.
Yeah, these are about 25 quid.
Oh, £24. Pretty good.
So good, I'm going back for another slice.
Almost like I've purchased versions of these in the past.
Right, now consider your rating for later. But for now, is it a banger or is it a pork excuse for a gadget?
Great stuff.
Excellent work.
Oh,
not a
it's going to
banger.
hurt you to say that's a banger.
It's not though.
Look at it. Look at it.
I might lose all credibility, but if this is what you want to make, it is damn easy to do so, so it's a banger.
Do I get to
Today,
say?
yeah, now you do.
I don't want one now. It works, but you don't need it. I don't know.
Give me your answer. This is why I didn't ask you first time round. You're making a fuss out of it.
Move on, Baz, move on.
Next gadget. So far, some surprising opinions. Should we see where this one takes us?
Yeah. It's taller.
Big cylinder.
Motor.
It's a motor. Shall I plug it in and we can see what that button does?
The bottom bit is just a holder. It comes out of the holder.
Oh, so do you lift it?
Oh goodness me, it's like something out of Ghostbusters.
I know exactly what this is, Baz.
Go on.
This is a sweet dumpling maker. Because you've left the box out.
Oh.
It's just there.
I thought I hit that. Damn.
However,
I love it.
it's quite an aggressive plunge and then tap off the end, isn't it? So you've got this on a plate on the side. You're putting a batter or a loose dough
I
in
don't
there.
want you to put your fingers in there, just.
And it's it's doing the thing that a churros machine is cranking in long strands and you have to snip it off.
Pinching the end off.
Basically, it's pinching the end off for you. And then your slightly drippy piping bag or nozzle, you've now got somewhere to put it as you reholster your weapon.
So yes, this is the Sweet Dumpling Maker. Say goodbye to messy hands and uneven results. The automatic meatball and dumpling maker is a compact yet powerful tool which quickly shapes perfectly uniform dumplings.
It's already claimed to be one thing and then thrown another thing into that as well.
Do you want some sweet batter?
Yes, please. Make sure you give the dough enough time to ferment well. We have a spectacular looking dough there. Spray some edible oil on the dough before put the dough into the cup. Next it says put the dough on cup no more than level. The more dough balls are round and the size is consistent.
Stick that in there now, because you can't put the dough in because it's got a hole. So you have to put your pushing bottom
so now we lock
into there. Now there's a very small gap to put your dough in, which is why I put it into a piping bag so that we can try and get it in that gap.
So it should deliver uniform shapes and sizes, especially helpful for portion control, presentation, and it also delivers 3 balls with each press of the trigger.
Double press the switch to start making your sweet balls. After each press, drop 3 balls into the oil, then float one after the other.
We should address translation issues are consistent throughout.
On switch. Right, are we ready? Because I double press this and then 3 should dip out.
Oh! I'd put it a bit closer to the oil and go again.
Wow, okay.
It's actually perfect. And stop there. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh. I'm not going to lie to you, when we looked at all these gadgets, we weren't expecting these to be this good.
We have done sticky batters trying to fry before, whether it's like the picarones, which was like a sweet potato batter from Peru. When you do like bakso balls, it's a really loose pork mix, or fish balls from Southeast Asia. They are difficult to shape unless you have the technique. That seemed perfect.
We're such a sticky dough.
And then you just holstered it straight back in your stand.
With a clean bottom.
With a clean pushy bottom.
And what, like, so many of these gadgets that we review are like, okay, I've used it, it failed because I wasn't used to how it operated.
Yeah.
Even with bad usage technique straight out the box, we've still got really great results.
What it did that surprised me was it didn't push it out the bottom and then cut it off.
It comes out the side.
It squeezes it off the side, so it actually plops itself off. And I was ready to pick up on your point about it also says it can do meatballs and all that kind of stuff. I think it would. It would do fish balls, meatballs, it would do all sorts of batters because it's so sturdy.
Looking at those balls, I wouldn't say that Michael Hartstein made those.
I didn't.
You know what I mean?
They're not perfectly regular, but they are far better than we could ever have done by hand.
Yeah.
These are like street food level looking. Like, they just look great.
Yeah, and the reality is you saw how active our dough was because of how bubbly and aerated it was. And that's a yeasted dough, and as a result, what you're going to get when you heat it up is it's going to expand in different directions. So it's not going to expand in a perfect sphere.
That's some syrup.
A drizzle of syrup.
Oh my gosh. I'm going in.
Absolutely no doubt.
Mini donuts.
That it's a single-use product. I mean, different fillings, I think you could squeeze things out, but it's a big, bulky, single-use item. However, fit for purpose, straight out the box, 2 idiots made it work.
So could you see yourself using this again assorted?
Cheesy, like a gougere, think like a gougere.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's not, I mean, it would be a choux kind of paste, but you could put choux paste into there and do fried profiteroles and gougere with cheese.
For me, it's the perfect kitchen gadget in that it does exactly what it says, it looks really cool, it's mechanically impressive, and it's really fun to use.
The top of the ranking board is looking tight at the moment.
Really difficult, because I wasn't expecting
to be impressed by a sausage roll maker.
Either of the last two.
How much do you reckon we paid for the Sweet Dumpling Maker?
I think it's high, but I'm going to say £50.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, possibly even more at 55. This rose syrup is delicious.
Can I write, was that on the packet as well? Because yes, it's 50 quid.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah, you left the sticker on it.
I can read Arabic. I'm fine with that.
I mean, it does exactly what you want it to do, and I think you're only at that point limited by your own imagination and personalisation of flavours and syrups and meat and fish and savoury. You choose.
Well, here's the question, but I think I know the answer. Is it a ballsy piece of kit or is it a massive ball ache?
It's a ballsy piece of kit.
I agree.
How are we going to top that one? I know. Lift the cloche and please, please be careful.
Precautions before use is the biggest and most obvious sign I've ever seen on any gadget ever. When opening, be careful, don't touch, don't put your fingers in or around, or also don't exert, yeah. Careful.
Don't open it, just tell me what it is and don't open it.
Oh, wow, okay, so there's a massive... So
coil.
It's a slicer.
That noise.
It's a coil that is working its way down the thing, and therefore whatever you put in there will slice, I'm guessing whatever's in the bottom here. What would you want to slice?
Is it for multiple things or is it for long things?
Long things would make sense.
It doesn't feel
I
like
said
that.
don't take it off!
I'm just so it's not even a completely spherical blade. It's kind of like heart-shaped.
So as you crank, it moves down. So it's going to start at one end of something, chop it down.
I think that's sharp as well.
I'm just trying to think of long, like carrots. Well, it feels like the carrot's going to be too
Sturdy.
It's too sturdy.
You're on the right tracks, but let's keep going until we get to the right vegetable, shall we? It's a slicer.
Vegetable. He's giving it away. It's definitely
Okay.
vegetable. Small.
Leeks.
Yes!
Leeks.
It does leeks.
Wait, anything? Well,
Spring onions.
Yes, spring onions.
Like romaine lettuce.
This is a spring onion slicer, but other vegetables that are similar to spring onions.
I mean, that's wonderfully specific, but I think of certain dishes that need exactly that. In Shanghai, having a dish that was like a noodle spring onion oil thing, it was unbelievable.
And in terms of an oil, so what? It's sliced spring onions
Like a
in
chili
a really
oil.
hot oil and then drizzled.
Yeah, and you
Ah,
get
it's a
loads of
flavoured
delicious
oil.
flavour and colour out of it.
Well, that's what we're going to be doing.
Oh, amazing.
This supposedly quickly and efficiently slices up to 750 grams of spring onions. Would you like a lot of spring onions?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm fascinated.
So it says, 750. So maybe we should...
Well, it says up to, so as long as if we do like 500, right, I think it's
yeah,
a fair chance.
It's just like...
It's basically a bunch and a half, right? I reckon that's 400.
Wow, that's just 200.
I was way off. That's now just over 400.
Clip on the side. Well packed, Ebbers. Clip on the side.
Should we go?
Yeah, go. Now, what are we expecting results-wise?
So when you're rocking a knife back and forward, you kind of don't want it to leave the board, so you've got control, and then you have to keep clumping them together and keeping your fingers back. And when you get towards the end, it's a bit more fiddly maybe, but I do think sliced spring onions, I'm not talking like as a garnish, like chives that have to be perfect. When you're doing volume, it does take a while. Whereas this...
You're not even like slightly irregularly breathing.
No,
that
I'm more
simple.
and I've been able to have a conversation at the same time, but I think that's done, mate.
Oh, wow, that is so satisfying. Okay.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Baz, look.
No,
Has any of that
they're
cat-
now joined together, aren't they?
No, it's not like a Barry
Oh,
chopping
that is
Everything has been
seriously
done.
impressive.
Keep
They're
going, mate.
so consistent.
Keep going. Do some chilies.
Can I have a go? Do you mind me leaning across
By all
you?
means, because what's I think great about this is you don't even have to reset it, because we're now going to slice
I'll just come back the other way.
the other way. What I would say is I think this probably sits, weirdly enough, even the way it looks, as a professional kitchen gadget.
I think so.
Because you think about restaurants that use these kind of volumes of sliced spring onions, you are having to pay someone an awful lot of money to hack through those. And this is a much easier job that you can do without the skill required of the knife skills to get there otherwise.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. That's satisfying.
God, that's genuinely amazing.
Oh!
That is so satisfying.
And they are all set. They're all separated.
All separate. I mean, again, we've chosen to go in seeds and ores, you know, garnish, whatever. And even the one that went in sideways has kind of done the same, if that's what you want. Sliced chilli and seeds in with our garlic. Generous handful of spring onion.
Oh, he's layering it.
And then you're going to pour over the
Lasagna.
scalding hot oil.
Pour it over.
200. So just a circular motion.
Yeah, but quite quick, because you don't want to cool it down as you heat it. Just pour it all over. Pour it all over. Pour it all over.
What the?
Keep going.
Ah!
Lovely.
Oh.
I mean, the smells that instantly are just radiating from that are incredible. They're exactly as you'd imagine, but just times that by 10. What is this?
So you have some beautiful pieces of plaice there in your soy and sesame.
Lovely.
Wow.
Chunky plaice.
And we pour over, do we?
Spoon over.
Spoon over, yeah.
Just spoon it over. How long are we leaving that to infuse and do its work?
Till it's cooled, but you want it to soften. And then generous amounts of this to offset the sort of wonderful dressing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
Delicate fish, salty, sweet, and all of that fragrance
Holy
that's coming
moly.
from that. It's even on its own, actually. The colour of that oil now.
Oh wow.
It's impressive because of the fragrance. It's so fresh and zingy and spicy.
Hey, how much do you think we paid for the slice jar?
The time and the labour it would save means that I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually fairly expensive because it would
Fairly
pay for
justifiable,
it would
yeah.
pay for itself in no time. I reckon it's 40 or 50 quid.
I don't know, it could be lower, it could be 30. But
be-
I wouldn't have a problem with it if it was 70.
We're definitely in the pro kitchen gadget area here. This is
Okay.
130 quid.
Okay.
Okay, right.
So, yeah.
Which again, if you're running a business, that does everything from consistency, ease, speed, and volume.
It saves hours and hours of labour.
You'd earn that back easily.
So here's a question. Is it springing into action or is it terrible?
I mean, it definitely doesn't tear through anything. It slices amazingly, and it spring onions into action.
Spring into action, it's fabulous.
Amazing. I can't believe we've got a full sweep. That never happens.
And what worries me is I've now got to rank them.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got to pick a...
Or we.
Let's bring the board out.
Sausage.
You're just doing them by ingredient. It's not clear for anyone. Okay, I'm happy to go there, then there.
But the biggest surprise of the day.
No, you can't do that. No,
Okay, we can't do that.
for your own credibility.
While the boys are working out where they're putting these gadgets, why don't you lock your answers in? Comment down below 1 to 4 what order your gadgets are going in. Best to worst.
Ben has made his choice.
Oh, you're putting it on Evans.
I've been part of it, but we've given him final say because he is the authority here.
Okay.
He's the chef.
Despite the fact it surprised us and we actually really enjoyed it, it's a one-use wonder. The sausage roll
Right,
maker.
he's changed everything we discussed. So he's freestyling now.
You said I had the choice, so I'm going to shuffle these and go again.
Fine. I actually completely agree with that.
Second, I think, do you know what? It's fun, it's gadgety, it shows that you care about what you're doing, but I'm not sure it made a huge difference. The coffee balls.
Okay.
I'd agree.
And I think based on everything we love at Sorted and variety, sweet and savoury, that goes there.
Yes.
And the dumpling maker goes up top. So I
Great.
think there's so much you can do with that, and it surprised us all.
It's the epitome of a kitchen gadget. It's what made this show what it is. But what do you guys think? Let us know down below. Also, we need some more kitchen gadgets, so recommend them down below and we'll put them in front of our chef and normal home cook. Otherwise, see you in the next one.
Have to say, Baz, the quality of gadgets made the ranking really quite difficult.
We were on a roller coaster.
Sausage roll.
Well done, Ed. Well done you for recommending them. Thank you.
Lovely stuff.